Welcome to Blue March Cup number 3. My name is Peter Counterfeit Hartnell, and we have got 16 teams today looking to try and emulate the success of Brazzers, our winners of the monthly finals just gone. We are on the tail edge of our big weekend for Modern Combat 5 tournaments. This is going to be number 4. So, should be a lot of fun. Let's take a look at what we've got bracket-wise. So, we have our finals winners, Brazzers, going up against Hated. I've definitely seen the Hated guys before in our custom games. The Universal Cadets versus the Emperors from, I want to say Turkey this time. I keep getting the Turkish and Chinese flags confused. Victory of Losers versus Paladins. Domination versus One Tiny. Mivel Blue versus the Satanic Temple. Oh gosh. Second Opinion versus Rainbow. Nuclear Winter versus Slosh or Slash, one of the two. And not even sure what they're called. Versus KN Glory, our number 2 seed. Alright guys, I believe we'll be trying to might be able to get into our first game pretty quick. We'll see how it works out. So we're looking to see if we can get Nuclear Winter, who were one of our tournament teams we weren't able to actually show on stream last time round. And I think they are still here. So stay tuned and we will be back with that first game of the evening, Nuclear Winter versus, I'm going to go with Slosh? Slash makes more sense, but it looks more like Slosh. I don't know. Maybe you guys can fill me in. And we'll be back in just, hopefully, a couple of minutes once these guys are all ready to go. Welcome to our first game of the third Blue March Cup on iOS. Nuclear Winter. Fresh off our monthly finals. Now taking on Slosh, the team from Israel. Canadian Nuclear Winter, of course. Very much a living up to their names. I've been to Canada, guys. In some places it gets very cold. But Punisher, I'm going to guess? Punis? I'm going to go Punisher. Using the thermal scope to be able to spot out any of those bright spots to keep themselves warm. Now, Nuclear Winter, I'm going to have a bit of a old researcher-oo, because I'm pretty sure they weren't able to make it through the first round of competition in the monthly finals. But the fact they made it there at all speaks relatively well of them. Let's see. So they were playing in the monthly red finals, in fact, as it turns out. And they lost out to Victory of Lords, but looking pretty good so far. I'll put out a message on the chat for any of you guys who are confused about the current giveaway. So our first giveaway will be on Twitch. Hashtag quarter into the Twitch chat if you want to enter. Don't enter in on Mob Crush because that's not the place to do it right now. You're crazy, guys. You're crazy. Let's jump across with Nuclear Winter Will. A terrifying name if I ever heard one, but should not be underestimated. Able to snipe off a varmint. Yes, DJ Seed, Oxyd, as Illumination Gaming said, I am neither a developer nor an admin, so in many different ways I cannot accede to your request to ban someone. Though you really would want me to just ban someone because you asked me to? I'm so confused. Would you want me to ban... If someone gave me your dog tag and asked me to ban you, would you want that to go forward? Maybe I'm missing something there. Anyway, back to the game itself. So we are in the round of 16 because we have a nice round number of 16 teams playing today. Nuclear Winter looking pretty good in their first outing against Slosh. But I'd imagine... that it will only get tougher from here. Nuclear Winter come in as our number 7 seed. Slosh as our number... Ooh, I want to say 10? It's a little tough to read. Yes, number 10. So it should be a relatively even match. Of course, the evidence seems to not bear that out somewhat. As the Canadians looking pretty good. Let's pop across the wheel and see how they're doing. Rocking a tier 6 sniper. Very quick on the draw, and we'll pick up 2 more kills for Nuclear Winter. Yes, Illumination Gamer, as I said. We will have giveaways on Mob Crush, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, but the current one is on Twitch and Twitch only. So, but you don't have to necessarily be watching primarily on Twitch or any of these other platforms to enter. You can just come across, drop your entry in, and I will verbally announce as well as posting into the chat who wins each giveaway. So hopefully you should still be made aware, even if you're, say, and if you enter on Twitch but you're watching on YouTube, for example. That's completely fine. Levi is going to run into a whole host of Slosh players, but unfortunately I think they're going to get cut down from behind, I believe. That's this 4-on-4. Continues. Yeah, guys, I don't know how many of you are joining again from the monthly finals. But if you are, thank you for coming back. Hey, John Smith. Nice to see you too. Ryuta getting torn up in the close quarters as Slosh do manage to get themselves back a few kills. The team from Israel Managing to recover a little bit of pride in the later going. Though with only 2 minutes late, I think it's going to be pretty much a foregone conclusion in this first game. As much as I'm a believer in miracle plays, it would be quite a overly large miracle. Hey, Kieran Alex, nice to see you. Samuel Provost, I can't remember if it was you who wanted to see Nuclear Winter before, but they're putting on a good show. And showing why they were one of the teams that managed to make it through to our monthly finals. Whoops. There we go. Let's reset that camera. So for the side of Slash, they have actually closed the distance dramatically on the Canadian side, Winter. But again, they've got to pick up 11 kills in the times it takes for Nuclear Winter to just get 3, now 2, now 1. And there we go, 50-39. It does seem to happen. I think it's possibly just a matter of focus that a lot of teams will really make a big comeback towards the end of the game, but it's not really usually enough. So, I don't know. I guess it's harder to focus up a team when you're not under extreme pressure. Either way around it, that's the first game win for Nuclear Winter. If they do manage to beat out Slash, they will be advancing onto our quarterfinals, there to face the winner of No Oppo and KN Glory. So a tough bracket for Nuclear Winter to get through, but we'll see how they can do. Alright guys, we'll take ourselves a little break, and we'll be back soon. Twitch giveaway is in progress, and will be until our quarterfinals are all filled up. So get your entries in while you can, and we'll see you back here 7 minutes from right now. Alright, welcome back once more for the second game between Nuclear Winter and Slosh. Apologies for the delay, not really sure what was happening there. I think the players were trying to figure out the whole lobby thing. But we can now at least get started once more. Nuclear Winter with one game in hand. You'd like to look at Levi? Sure. Oh, that's right. Yes, sorry. I've been kind of trying to figure out this stuff with Soldier Girl, who's adminning. But I did see that you guys were talking about Levi in the chat. I think it's, well, I can't really see. I know you guys are talking about that it might be problematic that somebody's watching the stream at the same time as the game, but I would imagine that only under the rarest of circumstances would the information on stream be particularly useful. So, Nuclear Winter, the Canadian side, doing a pretty good job in the opening. Have managed to restrict the area of play quite a lot, but let's look and see what's going on over here. It's number 1 and number 5 for Nuclear Winter, trying to get their old flankeroonies on. Akita actually does get taken out. I think a bit of a risky play, but Will's able to get the revenge kill. Slash turning their back, and I think they're about to get flanked as well. There we go. Akita gets some revenge with the pistol. Very surprising to see people coming from both sides of things. Let's jump across to the other side and see where the kills have come from. It's Love with the little mummy face, who's got the kills and the deaths so far for the Slash side. He's going to go into close quarters with that BSW, but get cut apart by Punisher's pistol. Finally, Ryuta's able to take them down, but not before the damage has been done. Let's see. So, Will, 6-0 so far. Seems like there's a lot of pistol work being done here by Nuclear Winter, and it's working out relatively well. Though, of course, saying all of that, there is the old bit of trade back, the kickback kills. Cat Can, first person I've seen using heavy so far in the museum. Going for, I think, maybe sensing there is somebody coming, but a little premature with those shots. Azadachi and Ryuta both getting kills for Slash. Starting to see a little bit more out of the Israeli team Slash, who are currently playing over on the red. Ryuta, 6-5, that positive record. Will win a sniper battle with Levi. Levi. Dennis Doe. It's not really the kind of thing which people discuss publicly, in terms of employment or otherwise, but I'll leave it up to you to decide whether or not I'll be streaming Modern Combat 5 at 0040 hours. 0040? I don't think that works so well in 24-hour clocks. 0040? At past midnight, let's put it that way. And this is just the start of the tournament. I expect to be running until probably about 4 in the morning my time. So I'll leave you to make up your own decisions, Dennis Doe. To be fair, actually, a lot of people do stream until the wee hours in the morning, so I guess it's actually not that good of a comparison. Right, let's hop around a bit. I know you guys wanted to see Levi for whatever reason. Yes, flankeroonies. Those are the best kind of roonies, if he wants to get the advantage. Azadachi working with Love, but Love is nowhere to be found. Yes, tea bags are aplenty. Lovely cup of tea for all you Modern Combat 5 players. The mark of ultimate respect, of course, is to make your opponent a cup of tea after delivering a lethal blow. Enrique the player, yep, it's pretty common for these streams to run into 4 in the morning my time. as Will is stalking another member of Slash. Now Slash, despite losing out on that first game, are doing pretty reasonably this time round. Here in Alex, thank you for your deposit of Kappas. I'll add those to the supply. Will getting absolutely swarmed by Slash players, failing the cardinal rule of all snipers, which is to fire and redeploy. If you stay in the same place, you will get jumped on by a whole bunch of people in a hurry. Actually, we get kind of a good view here of this particular gang fight. We have got someone coming in from the side, getting into the old fight, but it's looking like it's going to be advantage Slash still. John Smith, a lot of players like to give other players a cup of tea. Well, what civil manners they do possess. Enrique the player, need energy. I'm not sure if I trust that purple liquid you are preferring. Proffering? I don't know how to say words. I've learnt not to accept strange gifts from strangers on Twitch. No matter how much they reassure me, this liquid contained within the vial is a secret of all happiness. But all happiness for who? Slash, as we close in on the last 30 seconds of the game, look like they might be able to get the equalize. This is more what we expected from game one, because these guys are seated fairly closely together. It's very, very close. Levi, you guys' favourite of the chat, has actually disconnected, so it's 4v5. Can Nuclear Winter do it? Will has been the source of a good chunk, nearly half of Nuclear Winter's points, but they are playing very conservatively at this point. I think Nuclear Winter are going to hide out and, yes, wait for Southern Death to come in. Oh, Enrique the player, it's tea. It doesn't look like tea. It looks like a purple water bottle to me, but maybe these old eyes can't tell anymore. Kieran Alex, what about Girl Scout cookies? I don't think I have any Girl Scout cookies. Dennis, though, I think you're looking for P-A-I-D. Paid. As opposed to paired or payed, which I don't think is a word. Let me just quickly check my brain. Don't think so. Emily Rose, wow, thanks for dropping by as well. I'd say it's definitely a little bit of the old manic energy, but I'm glad that I'm appearing to be coherent at this point. This is our 4th Modern Combat stream of the weekend. I have been informed there's going to be a community stream on Monday at 3 o'clock UK time for iOS and Android, so I imagine that'll be an hour for each, with Gameloft Community Manager Redu. I know a lot of you guys do love those ones because it's all about the community games, and they are a lot of fun. We can have a happy fun goof times, and it works out pretty well. Back to the game, however, as Nuclear Winter trade kills with Slash, so still advantage to the team from Israel. Another kill comes in, but Akita does manage to get one across without being taken out themselves. She's going up against multiple members of Slash, a very dangerous proposition, but does manage to get out clean. Took a lot of damage, but not enough. Have any of you guys read what's in the museum? Dennis, though, as I said, I don't discuss terms of employment or otherwise on stream, but thank you for your interest. If you like to, I know that they're always looking for admins for ESL, so if you're looking for volunteer work, I believe the admins, I think it varies. I think depending on what level, I think it goes from volunteer to paid for ESL, depending on the seniority of the position. But yes, as I said, it's not something which I really want to get into on stream, but thank you for asking. So, 2v1 for Slash. They are hunting as a pack, which makes a lot of sense. Ransom, hiding in the corner. I don't know if Slash are aware of where Ransom is, and I think that's the only thing keeping Ransom alive right now. You can see how closely knit together the two Slash members are. It's going to be extremely difficult to get a kill without the other one getting picked off. But yes, okay, well, since people are getting worried about it, yes, it is traditional for casters to receive recompense for their casting duties. Though some people, and including myself, have done casting voluntarily in the past before. And there we go. Game 2 goes over to Slash. I think there were some disconnects there, but still, a very well played game from the Israeli side Slash, which means we will be going to Rush. Just letting Sodge go now. Alright, so we'll have the Twitch giveaway still ongoing. But for now, we'll head to a break and we'll catch you guys 7 minutes from right now. Welcome back, you guys. Nuclear Winter versus Slash. Round 3. Fight! These two guys going at each other's throats. Slash really showing up in game 2. What do you guys think? Will the Israeli side Slash manage to prevail against the Canadian Nuclear Winter? Streets will be our destination for this elimination style rush mode. Regular player, add war robots. That sounds like the most generic game title I've ever heard in my life. But if you tell me it's a cool game, then I'll believe you, Hero Gaming MC5. Though you should stop feeding ice cream to your dog. If you don't know if it's good or bad for your dog, then you shouldn't do it. I know certainly that chocolate is super bad. Is Levi back? Yes, they are. Now you guys like Levi. So I'll stick him on stream for a little bit. He's just looking at a garage door for the time being, willing it to open under the fury of his glare. Doesn't happen this time around though. So Levi's going to have to wait things out a little bit longer. I'm not sure quite what they're waiting for. I think waiting for the chance, the opportunity, the indication to charge. Alright, we'll duck inside and follow Akita, who manages to take out Love. An exchange of gunfire leaves both teams with diminished rosters. A double team from Slash, though, manages to push them ahead. Good teamwork from Slash so far. Over on the blue, Ryuta going to go into some short-range fighting, taking Akita out. So it now falls back down to Ransom to try and salvage this first round. Does take out Azadachi. Will they go for the old fire and move tactics? They take out Ryuta as well. It's now 1v1, but the overload has been triggered. Slash take the first point. Well, Karen Alex, you have to let me know how War Robots turns out. I can't say I've ever heard of it, but there are a lot of games knocking around the place. So, Ransom, almost the big damn hero, but not quite. Will lands that first kill. Certainly in the second round was a pretty potent member of Nuclear Winter. Now going to be stalking from the rooftops, trying to spot down the corridors while not exposing themselves. Has a nice little firing line there, but doesn't spot anybody. Going to keep on moving, but actually gets taken out. Nice shot there from Owen, managing to get the old snipe in while the reposition was in progress. Star Son, you again? Wah! I know you're a huge fan of custom games. We'll probably get into some during the course of today. Don't ya worry. But you want to do a free-for-all? Alright, we'll do a free-for-all as and when the opportunity arises. Illumination Gaming looking for some advice for a COG loadout. I know that there are some people with some pretty strong opinions about COG, so hopefully someone will be able to give you a sensible answer to that one. Alright, 4v4 between the two teams, Slash and Nuclear Winter, have been at each other's throats. This is only the first round of competition, but these guys real showing up, showing off what they're capable of, making a statement of intent. Illumination Gaming. I can understand your position entirely. So, let's take a look at the map overall. We've got the relay point, which if it is captured will result in immediate victory. Slash are in a much closer position to try and take it, and also have the numbers advantage. Looks like Azadachi will be the one to go for it. Will we see the response from Nuclear Winter? They will be rushing in. Number 2 moves in, gets taken down. Ransom is right at the back and is again the last one standing. And Slash take the game again. Hero Gaming Simon, you're going to put your dog's picture in your profile. I am a big fan of that. Can't have enough doggies in the world. But back to the game. Canada's nuclear winter, after a very strong Game 1, are now looking down the barrel of having to win 3 rounds of Rush in a row. As you guys may or may not be aware, Rush becomes increasingly difficult with every round lost because you have power-ups that are only taken away when you die. So a team that wins is a team that tends to win more. Ransom, not really sure what they're doing here, but I think they're going to go for a bit of a cheeky grenade cross. Enrique the player, how about a cat? Well, I have to admit I have a fondness for cats as well. Animals of all stripes. Apart from zebras. I can't say I have any strong feelings towards zebras. Slosh and Love get multiple members of Nuclear Winter, and I think just like that, Slosh have secured their spot in our quarterfinals, so congratulations to them. Illumination Gaming, this may be a Nuclear Winter zone no more, because Slosh are the ones to win. So, a bit of a shocker. Expected to see Nuclear Winter get further than that. But we'll see how Slosh do. Let's take a look across and see how things are developing bracket-wise. So, well, that's a little bit too zoomed in. Let's take that out a bit. So you can see the Emperors have beaten out the Universal Cadets. Victory of Losers are currently going up against Oak Tiny. Rainbow waiting in the winners of Middle Blue and the Satanic Temple. And KN Glory will now be taking on Slosh as a result of that last match. So guys, we'll be heading to break. Once we've got these quarterfinals filled up, we will end that first giveaway, but that's not right immediately. So stay tuned and we'll be back with more Mortal Kombat 5, more than you can handle. We'll be back in just 7 minutes' time. Alright guys, welcome back to the stream for our first quarterfinal of the day. Brazzers from the US against Emperors from Turkey. Let's get things kicked off. So Brazzers took out Hated. Emperors took out the Universal Cadets, and now they meet here. Our number 1 seed against, I think, our number 8. There we go. Emperors get the first couple of kills, despite Brazzers being the favourites and our previous monthly tournament winners. Silver MC5, if you come across anybody who thinks using any tools and things on any of the platforms, please do let Modern Combat 5 support know, so they can get something done about it. I'm afraid Silver MC5, I can't do anything about it myself because I'm not a developer, but if you let the developers know, particularly with some videos of it happening, it can help them a lot. After the initial success for the Turkish side Emperors, things seem to have fallen into the favour of Brazzers just a little bit. Gary doing a nice job in the opening. 3-0 so far with a good accuracy. Pistols certainly seem to have become a lot more common. I think their close range firepower work out pretty well, and the always gross melee sound. I have to wonder how they made that melee sound, because it sounds like something made by something weird. Gary running into trouble in the close quarters, but is going to be able to punish that melee kill there. Very tempting and very effective when you're by yourself, but as soon as somebody else turns up, you are immediately dead because, of course, you cannot move away. So a pistol shot right to the bonce as Brazzers step on the gas here. Looking to try and accelerate matters and move towards that game 2 on their way to the semi-final. It will, of course, be a big surprise for Brazzers, given their recent success, to not at least be a favourite to win this tournament, but every team they play is an opportunity to get that big all upset. Right now, It seems like Emperors, though, are the only ones being upset, as the kills continue to flow for the side of Brazzers. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Getting into a... of course. Just being silly. Managed to get the overload there. Just disengaging long enough to avoid getting tagged and having that overload reset. 3 more kills come in for Brazzers untraded. Oh well, yes, Elimination Gaming very quickly said, but Slosh really impressed in their series against Nuclear Winter. As said, Nuclear Winter were one of the teams playing in the monthly finals just before this, so we kind of expected fairly big things from them. However, they were taken apart by Slosh in game 2 and 3, and now Slosh have to go up against KN Glory, so that might well be the last we see of Slosh, but they still got a pretty big scalp on stream as one of the newer teams themselves. Dennis, though, I think pretty much everybody is aware of the meaning of the blue team's name. I don't think you're really going to surprise anybody in that regard. Alright, Emperors suffering in the late going. See, let's pop in with Gary. Gary, he's our person. If he can't do it, then things will worsen. Two and a half minutes left to play. Gary going for that long range shot. Gets away with the old squat and fire technique. Can be pretty dangerous, especially if you're not moving side to side. Very easy, or gives a lot of room to get caught. We have got up high. Bam. It's a moment, but misses that moment to deploy one more kill. As the bombers come out, those kill streaks for Brazzers going to help finish off the end of this particular game. Che able to walk up and just take Morteza apart, and that is a very swift victory for the Brazzers. One more, and they will be taking their place into the semi-finals. Alright guys, we will be RB, and our first giveaway on Twitch is soon to end because we've nearly filled up the entirety of the quarterfinals. So get your last entries in on Twitch, and we'll be back with Game 2 coming up soon. Hi guys, welcome back to the stream in the second quarterfinal game between the Emperors and Brazzers. Scramble will be our destination of choice for game number 2. Hey Mashal, how's it going? We will be tying up the Twitch giveaway pretty darn soon. I think probably the end of this match is a good place as any, because all of the quarterfinals have been filled up. So get your hashtag quarters in over on twitch.tv/moderncombat if you want to get in on that. And if Brazzers win this game against the Emperors, which based off the Game 1 performance of Brazzers, seems like it could be likely, but we remain to be surprised. But if the Brazzers do win, then the giveaway will be over. Same sort of thing as normal. If it goes the way of Emperors, we'll do it after Game 3. Rika the player, you're splitting your screen with YouTube and Twitch. Oh boy. Illumination, you're on Twitch, YouTube and Mob Crush at the same time. Well, thank you for inflating those viewer numbers. Always lovely to do. All about those concurrent viewers, yo. Alright, let's see who's getting these early kills. Morteza stabbing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in the face with a combat knife. Outrageous behavior as Morteza takes out another member. It's the kind of violence, Christmas-related action you can only see here on the Modern Combat stream. Let's see who's picking up the kills for... Oh, well, not them. Let's see if we can find them. Everybody's got the same icons, or at least similar icons, but on 5 and 3 so far. That's one of the things which I'm hoping to get changed about the spectator view, is to give a longer area for players' names, because as you can see, there's plenty of room for this player's name, but it's just not being used at the moment. So I'll have to see if we can get that figured out down the line. I suspect that somebody probably just put a wrong number in somewhere on the character limit on the player name. And so that's why we're in the current situation that we are. Dennis Doe, you're trying so hard to win the giveaway. Well, I don't think you know if there's necessarily a degree of trying. You just put your hashtag quarter in on Twitch. I think it's hashtag quarter. Yes, hashtag quarter. And that's all you need to do, really. You're actually surprised. In Illumination, you're surprised my laptop can handle even one laptop. It's got 1 gig of RAM. Oh boy, that is not a lot of RAM. Well, I appreciate you putting your computer under strain for us. Very kind of you. Let's see, so Morteza, the Recon, who could? Doing pretty well so far, 5 and 2. The Emperors managing to take the lead for themselves. The Turkish team actually doing pretty well against Brazzers on this second map. Illumination, you're watching the stream on your laptop and playing on your phone. Well, multitasking award of the year as both teams take kills for themselves. Makes you wonder what these people playing on stream now are using as their setup. I hope they're probably... I can't imagine they're probably watching multiple streams while playing in the tournament, but you never know. Morteza, master of stabbing, will get taken down in return, and the Brazzers backup squad able to provide assistance where required. Whose name is fun to say, will get knifed by Morteza, the Mortician. Ah, there you go, given them a nickname. Morteza the Mortician. If anyone knows Morteza, see what they think of that. Aha! But yes, let's see where that knife of Morteza will land next. Gonna be taking out Gary before getting tagged immediately. Still won't save their teammate's life as Morteza continues to bring the knife to the scramble. Even, it's particularly surprising given that the knife you'd expect to be much less effective on a very sniper-centric map like Scramble. But hey, Morteza getting good work done. Surprising. Getting stab kill after stab kill, but inevitably getting killed in return every single time. Honestly, I'm just having such a good time watching Morteza stab people and then die immediately. I kind of just want them to get a stab kill and then not die, but I don't know if that's actually on the cards. Gonna go up for it again and get it again. There we go. Morteza, the hero of the hour, keeping Emperors afloat. But we'll have to bid Morteza and their happy knife goodbye as we look ourselves across the map. Any going to be working the slack. You can see the amount of bullet holes already riddling the terrain of Scramble, a testament to how many bullets are just kind of being pinged through these very confined spaces, making it almost impossible to see your attacker coming. Brazzers are getting mixed up in a running battle with the Emperors. And Morteza, who is officially my MVP of this game just because they've been fantastic so far. Despite the fact the Emperors are losing, Morteza is being entertaining. And that's all I can really ask for. Alright, 1 minute left to go. Brazzers with a 1-game advantage look to be every piece the team poised to take this victory. Let's see if Morteza can change things around. I think Morteza is making a pretty good case here for any of you guys who are watching who might be on the more successful teams. I think you want Morteza on your lineup. Certainly the Emperors are going to have to take a back seat for the rest of the tournament, as if they cannot recover themselves 10 kills in 24 seconds, they'll be out of the tournament. But Morteza has stood out so far. Look at those numbers. More kills on Morteza than the rest of the Emperors team combined. Dennis, though, I do agree, Morteza is a beast. We'll claim another victim before again, without the backup for the rest of the Emperor's side, not able to push forward anymore. But Emperors are knocked out. Morteza, we will remember you. Stabby, stabby knife person. Forever. Right, so Brazzers have made it through to the next round. And we need to draw ourselves a Twitch giveaway winner. So let's see, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, our Twitch giveaway winner will be Dennis Doe 1. Dennis Doe 1. Post your dog tag and platform. So Dennis Doe, thank you for your entry. Get you all written up here. I think you actually have got your details from last time, but if you could just repost them just to make sure, because sometimes people have more than one account and I don't like to assume that it's the same as before, even if it was just yes, you're actually one of the winners from one of the finals earlier on today. So, congratulations. We will be moving on to our Facebook giveaway shortly, but for now, let's head to a break and we'll be back soon. Alright, everybody watching, it's time for some custom games. So I did see originally a request for some free-for-alls, so that's what we'll do as our first port of call on Overtime. Hope you guys will come and join us. I'll start spamming out the invites all over the place, or you can use ESL123 if you'd like to join the more traditional. Yes, so Illumination Gaming, normally I do ask people to post on the particular platform that they won on, but because Dennis though is so distinctive and I can't really imagine anyone would have that quickly tried to imitate him, I decided it was fine. Also because Dennis was giving the same details that he'd given previously, so I thought it was very unlikely that someone would be impersonating Dennis and then giving them the same details as Dennis. I don't know. Yes, it is 2 to 3 weeks before those credits will come out. Depends on how quickly things get through the system. But yes, we'll see if any of you guys would like to come and play on Overtime. Not see anyone joining yet. Do let me know, guys, if you're having problems joining, and I'll re-host the game. Oh, there we go. Welcome, Monster. So, Hero Gaming. I'm going to have a quick check. Let's see. Is ice cream safe for dogs? Assuming your dog isn't lactose intolerant, they can go ahead and eat ice cream. You want to stick to flavors which are safe for dogs to eat, the best of which being vanilla. Flavors like chocolate or raisin are big no-nos because they can be toxic for dogs. So there you go. Enrique the player, why don't I have my duck kill sign? That's a good question. I'm not sure, honestly. I'll have to set that up again in between. So further advice, Hero Gaming. They don't generally recommend ice cream for dogs in general. And they apparently frozen yogurt is better for them. Apparently, yes, so ice cream just generally isn't good news for them. So if you'd like to treat your pooch to a delicious treat, there are better options. But just do a Google search for is ice cream safe for dogs, and there's an article. Actually, I could just link it in the chat. I'll put it in the Twitch chat though, since it's completely irrelevant to everybody else. About ice cream for dogs. For any of you guys who are completely baffled what the heck it is me and Hero Gaming Simon are talking about, for a while there was an advert in Modern Combat 5 showing advertising ice cream but using a dog to do it. So that's what that whole meme is. So there you go. We've got our Brazzers versus Okani. Starting up a second, so we're just going to kick off this free-for-all. You guys can come and join in while it's going, but we have to leave for the tournament match, so please do stay tuned. We'll be back with that match in a few minutes, and of course, any of you guys who are in the free-for-all can enjoy it for as long as you like, but we have a business to attend to, so we will be right back with that tournament match. Alright guys, we're getting stuck back in. We're actually in our semi-finals already as Rainbow take on KN Glory. So our Facebook giveaway will be at an end at the end of this particular match. So please do get your hashtag quarters in on Facebook while you can. We'll be moving on to Mob Crush after this game. Dennis though, we do require people to be there when the giveaway is drawn. So if you have to go now, I'm afraid you'd have to write it off. We do require a response at the time to make sure that we don't end up with the wrong details. We need to make sure we've got the live ones. So if you need to go to sleep, then I would do it. I think you've won quite a few times already, so you'll probably be alright. Hello Peter, lovely to see you again, and to converse with you in the flesh. Illumination Gamer, you just got timed out by Nightbot. What did you do? Oh, you put loads of question marks in. Well, apparently that's enough to be considered, so there you go. Alright, so semi-final underway on the other side of the bracket. We have got Brazzers and Oak Tiny playing right now. So we'll find out who our finalists are going to be shorter. Hey Kasib, MC5, how's it going? I'm doing good. It's actually only 2 o'clock in the morning, which for me is quite early. He don't tell his age, I think. Are you talking about me? If you'd like to know how old I am 33. Soon to be visiting the grave. Perhaps. Hey Peter, I'm level 103 and don't have any prestige weapons. Should I buy some credits? Well, it depends. If you're going to play in the ESL, then you don't need any prestige weapons, so it kind of works out. Elimination Gaming, someone needs to fit Nightbot's algorithm. Maybe Nightbot needs to fix you! But yeah, well, we'll see. It might be a little bit oversensitive. But at least it does keep people on their toes. So, KN Glory coming into this one. Our number 2 seed. Rainbow our number 6. KN Glory looking pretty good in the opening salvos. Insane, getting the most kills so far. Dennis though, I'm more than twice your age. I could be your father. Fortunately, I'm not. Haha. Dennis though, how can you be technically 17? This world doesn't make sense to me anymore. Kasib MC5, today you'll try your chance. What at? Will you try your chance at being 17? I hear it's very popular nowadays. Remo, I think that overloading was a little bit of a holdover from the last person we were watching. Let's see. So we'll hang out with Insane for the time being, who is doing a fantastic job. 9-1 so far. Little shades of DRE from our monthly finals. If any of you guys weren't watching that, DRE did manage to put in a game on this very map, in fact, where I think he went like 15 or 16-0. It was crazy bonkers. Age 17 challenge, Enrique the player. I don't know, what would an age 17 challenge be? I kind of feel like that's something that you can kind of either do or don't. It's not something you can kind of work towards. Illumination Gaming, yes, Kasib. It is relatively straightforward to win on Mob Crush because there's just less people over there. Dennis though, you're in Korea, so you're born, you start with 1, but in America you start with 0. Really? That doesn't... I've never heard that about that idea. Koreans don't start at 1 year old. Is that true? That sounds like something that may not be true, but it seems weird enough to maybe be true. East Asian Age Reckoning. Oh, no kidding. People begin life at the age of 1 rather than 0. And on New Year's Day, 1 year is added to their age. Huh. I never knew that, Dennis, though. Thank you for educating me. I guess that would never come up before. Kasib? Yes, if you don't have Mob Crush or Facebook, those will stop you from entering. Mob Crush is pretty easy to make a account for, but Facebook is a little bit more involved, I think. Let's check back in with the game, though, as KN Glory are rolling right over this semi-finals. With a currently crushing 36-13 score. I think this is going to be a very brief game one. Well, I say very brief, I think it is going to go to time at least, but no real question of fighting back, unfortunately, for the Rainbow side from Iraq. I think KN Glory were always going to be a big spoiler for a lot of the teams that ran into them, and we get to see why. Oh, Illumination Gaming, you've been to Korea. I've never been myself. I would like to one day. I think it seems like one of those, a very cool place to go, and I'd love to see it just for the culture. A friend of mine is going to Japan in the near future, and he'd very much like to go to Korea as well. The gaming culture I find really interesting. I'd love to... there's a visual novel on Steam called, I think, StarCraft 2 Virtual Novel, which talks about the, you get to experience some of the Korean stuff, which is really cool. Kasib MC5, it's usually 2 or 3 weeks before credits get added to your account, so it's best usually just to kind of forget about them, and then eventually they'll just pop up in your account and you can be like, hey, I can buy some stuff. Illumination Gaming, I live in America, of course I don't like the North one. Well, that's an awkward conversation, if I've ever heard one. Mid-A is here. Gonna go up head to head with Ari and take them down. Gonna go, I think, for what I thought was gonna be a pistol battle, but there we go. KN Glory take that first game. Pretty straightforward stuff for them. Illumination Gaming means you watch the Olympics. That makes sense, that makes sense. Just a second, guys. Just gonna let Soldier go know what's going on. So game 1 to KN. But yes, I find the... Dennis, though, I don't know how much... Do you still live in Korea? Or were you just born there? Because I'm fascinated to know what the kind of Korean thing is like, because I don't know if necessarily esports being a kind of, an everyday thing is necessarily kind of that different than just regular sports once you make it into a competitive thing. Because from the visual novel I played, at least, which I'm not sure how accurate it is, and that's kind of why I want to ask some questions of you, Dennis. Dennis, as I said, usually we would ask people to stay and give their dog tag and platform, but because you have literally got the same name on Facebook as you do on YouTube, I'm tempted to make an exception in your case and therefore throw off Illumination Gaming's perception of things, because I'm breaking all the rules there. I think, given that it's been the case for everybody else ever, I'll have to say no this time round, Dennis, though, even though it's kind of one of those things I might have to reconsider. But it's difficult because if we allow that if we kind of allow that for one person, kind of have to allow it for everybody, and then you end up in this awkward situation where you kind of have to remember everybody's details, and then those details can go out of date, and Oh, well, Dennis, though, thank you for dropping by the stream. Hopefully you'll come and join us again down the line. But yes, we'll have to, unfortunately, leave you out of this giveaway. But at least you've got some credits coming your way already. Alright, guys, we'll be heading to break. And we will BRB in just a few minutes. Oh, actually, before we go, I just remembered I'm supposed to be drawing the Facebook winner. So, Mysterious Van Roy, if you are, or Roy, I'm not sure how to say that. If you can post your dog tag and platform on Facebook, that's all we need for you. If we don't hear from you by the end of our next game, then we will redraw on Facebook, but you've got the next 7 minutes or so, plus probably about 14 minutes for you to reply, so hopefully you're still around, and we'll see you in a little bit again. Alright guys, welcome back to game 2 of our semi-finals between Rainbow and KN Glory. KN Glory dominated game 1, But will the fortunes change? Mysterious Van Roy, thank you for your details over on the Facebook page. Got them all noted down here. So we will be moving on to Mob Crush for our third giveaway of the day. Hashtag Semi on Mob Crush will be all you need. And we'll get that updated on screen as and when we are able to. Alright, let's turn our attentions entirely over to here, as Polo thinks there might be a sniper up high. Best to make sure that there are no other gargoyles looking down malevolently upon you and your companions. Not really sure what's going on, as the first minute seems to have elapsed without really anything happening at all. So that's unusual. We've had a bit of a standoff here, I think, as we've got KN Glory doing what you traditionally do when you've got a lead, which is camping down the western part of the map, where there's only two, well really three entrances really to get into this place. But there's very little motivation for Rainbow to come in and fight them, which is why I think we're about to see a short-range firefight. Whoever comes out on top here will have a pretty significant advantage. KR and Glory get that one kill they were looking for, but Remo able to trade it back, and thus we are back where we started. KR and Glory, again, going to try and take up this hyper-defensive posture, but Rainbow with very little reason to give them over that kill advantage, which would really make this strategy effective. I'm surprised, given how well KN Glory did last time round, that they want to play conservatively. Peter, what armor do you recommend for ESL games? I'll leave it to these guys to kind of go into those kind of details. I know there's some armors I would not recommend for these games, because they are banned. Paragon and Kimono, both are banned in ESL, so I would not use those, other Peter. Rainbow, pick up 4 kills untraded. Really nice stuff from them. And now the whole game is thrown out the window. KN are going to have to see if they can try and recover a game which they perhaps gripped too tightly and now have lost control of entirely. Ivan, with the heavy, has been putting that slack to great use. And the Iraqi team Rainbow are finding themselves in a pretty good lead right now. But yes, Peter, I would definitely recommend reading the information screen for the different tournaments, because those will give you all the rules, and this is very much a worthwhile to be aware of what the tournament rules are, because you can have a very short stay, very short berth in the tournament if you use a banned weapon or armor. Ivan coming around the back again has been deadly on this slack. This time round will receive a little bit of the same treatment from Hamu. K and Glory starting to catch up a little bit as Ivan just goes crazy with that slack. Doesn't manage to land any actual kills this time, but does take out Hamu. A bit of revenge killing there as Rainbow continue to look good, and Ivan deploys the grenades right at their feet. No friendly fire to be found. But a lot of unfriendly fire, however, from the side of Rainbow. Let's see, anyone else got any better score? Heza, using the lock, able to keep KN Glory pinned down for the time being. Doing a really nice job of dominating the heights and also eliminating any member of KN Glory that comes to deal with them. Now with the flank of the KN Glory members, should be able to pick up a couple more kills. This domination of the heights is working out extremely well for Rainbow, but it has attracted the attention of multiple KN Glory members. Heza gonna mantle across, ducks into cover and actually gets away. Really nice escape and maneuver there. I think that's the right term for it, escape and maneuver. Oh, I think it's escape and evasion. It's probably the one I'm thinking of. That's the old sort of technical term for that kind of thing. The ancient and noble art of running away and not getting caught. Finally, KN Glory do manage to track down that very, very high scoring member. Let's take a look across to our good friend. Where are they? Disk Programmer. Disk Programmox 9-4 so far. You've got to bear in mind that K and Glory have got the aerial advantage so far on the streets. They've been able to keep a member up on the top. Progmok's going to run backwards and forwards right next to their opposing number. I think maybe switching to a pistol might be the best choice at such short range. And Polo able to work some more magic as Rainbow look to be dangerously close to dethroning our number 2 seed. Only 13 kills away. Gentle folks reading it from our chat and listening to the sound of my voice. Do you think Rainbow, the team from Iraq, can hold on to this lead for one more minute and force us to a game 3? I'd love to hear your thoughts as to how we even got to this point, given how dominant K and Glory were in the first game. Heza has been absolutely crazy bonkers. Really good map control so far. Hey John Cusack, I am still waiting on you to send me a VOD of your commentary. Grrr! High spots on this map can be great defensively. You can spread the team considerably thinner high. The risk is only when you get pushed. Yes, it's worked out extremely well for Rainbow. I have to keep that in mind for future matches, because I feel like that's been the real big difference maker for Rainbow. But yes, John Cusack, are you going to send me any things of you doing commentary? I'd love to get you in for a trial Modern Combat 5 broadcast, but I can't do that if you don't give me any VODs. You're killing me here, John. You're killing me. And that will be Rainbow tying up the series, so we've got a semi-final game 3 on our hands. Mob Crush still in progress. Hashtag semi-elimination gamer. Thank you for your entry over there. But we'll be back soon with the third game between Rainbow and KN Glory. Alright guys, we'll see you then. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and all. Welcome to the stream. Rainbow versus KN Glory. We're now in rush elimination style. But who? But who will come out on top? If any of you guys would like to see John Cusack doing some commentary, please do let us know in the chat. Now that I've successfully managed to bully him into perhaps actually sending a VOD over after a couple of months of asking. Oh boy, oh boy. It's tough to get people employment these days, I tells ya. Alright. I've successfully got a mouthful of... what are these even called? I'm drawing a blank. Vegetables. So I'm all ready for the match. Exchange of gunfire leaves pretty even at Stevens. The Rainbow do go down actually 4-2. Illumination Gaming. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like the real key to a Bane impression is you've got to throw up your hands in front of your face and kind of make a little sort of cupped hands. That's KN Glory take that 4-0. You're gonna make sure that if you just kind of do the voice like this, it doesn't really sound like anything, but the moment you put the hands in front, it's suddenly a lot more convincing. So there you go. John Cusack, it's harder to throw a laptop than when I lose my than my phone. Ah, I see. Yes, hashtag John for commentator. If you like to see John as a commentator, let's use social pressure to get him to make a move towards that burgeoning esports career. So, the question I have for all you guys was, in Game 2, were KN Glory taking a little bit easy on Rainbow and things got just too out of hand? Or have Rainbow got what it takes to take down our number 2 seeds? Speaking of seeds, Hero Gaming Simon, I'm eating some peppers, that's right. For some reason, my mind just wasn't working and I couldn't remember what they were called. But eating some sliced peppers. And KN Glory are eating Rainbow for lunch. And that's a second point, one more. And we are going to have ourselves a finalist on our hands. KN Glory looking very, very good here. After a bit of a rough game number 2. Already Oaktony have beaten out Brazzers to take the number 1 spot. That's really surprising. Let's see. Team Captain Dylan. Are they members of any other team? Oh, they're from Take Motti. Interesting. Take Motti were actually part of our finals recently, but they didn't do super well. I'm trying to remember if that's true or not. Let's see. So, blue and red finals. Let's see if I can find out how Take Motti did. Because I think so. Yes, Take Motti got to the semi-finals of the blue February finals, but they get knocked out. So let's see. Yes, Illumination Gaming, you are correct. KN Glory do have this one in the bag. After a very competitive game with 2, then suddenly it's all over very quickly. And that means, with KN Glory taking the other final spot, that we have got a grand finals to consider. KN Glory win 2-1. Soldier go. Alright, so we need to draw our Mob Crush winner. Ooh, is it going to be? Yes, Illumination Gaming. Take Motti did lose to Brazzers last night in the semis, which is why it's all the more interesting that they've actually managed to beat Brazzers in reverse of the last tournaments. All of the last, or yesterday's blue finals themselves winning the final in the semis. It's going to be a little bit frustrating for Oaktiny to do that when there's a much lower stakes. But hey, I guess it's also a bit of redemption as well. So, Mob Crush, Mob Crush, Mob Crush. Who is going to be our winner? Okay, our Mob Crush winner will be Kieran Alex. Kieran Alex, if you can post your dog tag and platform, we will be starting ourselves a grand old time with your friend and mine, Nightbot. Over on the YouTube page, just getting that set up at the moment. It will be hashtag finals. But I'm just going to get that set up first to make sure everything's registering correctly before officially we start that one. And of course we'll be getting the actual finals themselves on the way shortly as well. So please do stay tuned, we will be back in. Again, as always, do bear in mind that on YouTube multiple entries will disqualify you, which we do because Nightbot can kind of do that automatically. So please do get your entries in. I'll put the details up on the screen in a minute. And we'll be back with more Modern Combat 5 in just a little while. Alright guys, our finals are getting set up, but while they are, I offer you
an opportunity to show off your skills live on stream.
That's right.
You were born on the internet. I was merely memed there.
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but if you want to come and join in and do so quickly, ESL123 or the chat invite global style will be your way in. Your access to fame, fortune, and a better tomorrow. Will you be the pre-show of the Immortals? Come,
join me. Soon you will be bold and silly, just like me.
I kind of need to go a little bit more silly, I think, to really sell the Bane impression. Like, roar! He did sound like a curious owl for some reason. I'm pretty sure Tom Hardy was messing around when he did that. Because originally you could not understand what the hell Bane was saying in that movie, and so they made him re-record the dialogue, and I don't think he was happy about it. John Cusack, I do seem to recall that in the update 20 notes there was specific stuff there about cheaters being addressed. Let me just check and see if that is the case or not. Post, have to go back a little bit. Let's see. Update, where are ya? Who are ya? I think it's on the posts at least. Let's see. Or maybe it's not. Oh, here we go. I think there's surely this patch note somewhere. Oh, well, while this has all been going on, it looks like everything is in place. I can't find it right now. But John Cusack, I think there was something in the patch notes about cheating stuff being addressed. Yes, Bane is 100% the most curious owl.
Soon you too will be like me.
I don't know. I'm kind of losing it. Alright, we've got 4 on each side. Let's get ourselves kicked off because our finals are inching ever closer. And we cannot waste a single moment. I think the Modern Combat 5 updates, 20 notes. Oh, that's right, there we go. They were published as a note. Well, that makes sense for a patch note, I suppose. Q&A LX, here is the link to the patch notes. I'll post it on YouTube as well, in case you guys are interested. There's still one space left in this game, so ESL123 is the way to get in there. If I remember correctly, let's go right to the end of the notes. Miscellaneous. All platforms anti-cheat measures improved, so they don't go into a lot of detail, but there is continuing work on anti-cheat stuff, so I wouldn't say it's fair to say that Gameloft aren't aware of that it's an important issue for basically all players. Even if it's not 100% yet, the fact that it's being actively worked on is, I'd say, it's all you can really ask of Gameloft. I don't know whether or not it's going to ever be completely perfect, but I think they can make it inconvenient enough for people that it's not widespread, and when people do cheat, then it's dealt with relatively quickly. I think, given the fact it's on multiple platforms, so say if the game was just on Apple, it's a lot easier to kind of because that's a much more locked down system. But as soon as you start getting on Android and PC, you can't really control everything. I mean, people are always trying to get new stuff in, which will always be intentionally designed to be hard to detect. But hey. Let's see. John Cusack, they're saying people have still been able to do stuff under update 20. That's disappointing. John, have you sent through those videos of people using that kind of stuff from your stream to Gameloft? Because as much as you might, it might be one of those things that you think that they would have access to already, I still think it's worthwhile sending through, just because they may have thought that that was something that they have fixed. But knowing that that's not the case is valuable, and if they already know, it doesn't really hurt either. So yeah, guys, we're all invested in trying to make Mortal Kombat 5 as good of a game as possible. So, please, do whatever you can to help out Gameloft, as they will do their best to help out you as well. Let's see. So, I think this is going to be a pretty short game, because Abaku is tearing things up despite being dead right now, and therefore putting a bit of a lie to my words. Should be respawning in shortly. In fact, might not be respawning in at all. No, they disconnected. Well, shucks, that explains a few things. But that was a very short game, which works out pretty well, because I think we might have some new updates on our grand final. No, we do not. But we will take a wee break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned, and we'll be back soon, hopefully with the grand finals. Welcome back, gentle friends. We are still waiting on our files to get started, so let's jump on to a free-for-all on overtime. Please come and join me, along with our good friends and pals from the chat. I'm enjoying seeing you guys having a little conversation about which guns are the best. Why not come and get some practical experience with the matter? Once we get about 6 people or so, we'll start getting going. That protest has been going on for a while. So we'll keep on going until we get done. It's nearly 3 in the morning here, but hey, who had anything else to do, eh? Hey, nobody, that's who. Alright, getting some good numbers in, but I reckon we can get a few more. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Illumination Gaming, fan of the shred, huh? Alright, oh, they're just teasing me. Let's see if we can keep some consistent numbers. Not just some people who will come in for a few seconds and then leave us all over again. Oh boy. Thank you guys for your patience. Oh, LG Rye, lack. I think there's every possibility that is the case. Yes, Illumination Gaming, there's some admin stuff going on at the moment, which is why our finals isn't fully confirmed as of yet, which is why, you know, things are kind of still going on as they are. Let's get started from this free-for-all though. Excuse me. So yes, Illumination, until the decision about the Rainbow K and Glory matches, maybe we don't know who is actually in the finals. I'm not sure of the details of that. Unfortunately, that's not the kind of thing which I could share on stream, even if I was. But rest assured, gentle viewers, that Soldier Girl is all over that. There is no one I trust more to seek the heart and the truth of the matter. You can still join in, and if you guys who would like to still take part with the passkey ESL123. Sajad Gobani, King is you. Oh. Then let's go and spend some time with King Sajad. Rocking the recon so far. Gonna go around with a tier 5. He's gonna find a target. And will they get the kill? Spinning around in circles, but no. Oh King, we had such great hopes for you. John Cusack, it's 1:26 PM in sunny Australia. Well, it's alright for some, I suppose. If you excuse me, terrible impression of your accent. John Cusack, please tell me you've got a traditional Australian accent, because they will be fantastic. I'm kind of going South African now. It's quite hard to keep up an accent consistently for a long time without drifting into other sort of semi-similar accents. Hero Gaming Simon, 10:58 PM there. Truly, you are joining me in the dark crevices of the night. Illumination Gaming, I'm no good at free-for-all. That's never slowed down anyone else. Please do come and join us, even if it's just to be a point pinata. Ah, you have. Well, Illumination Gaming, let's see the truth or otherwise of your words. You're rocking a support class in a free-for-all? Oh boy, that's a bold choice. I'm not sure that's going to be particularly good, but we'll see. We shall see. I kind of feel like with on support, you probably want to be taking fights that will last a while, but that's tough to do when you haven't got anybody to cover your back. There you go, Illumination has changed across to the sniper. Did have a free shot there, But I think so surprised at having that free shot, they decided to not take it. John Cusack, I'm glad to have amused you with my terrible accents. So Illumination getting pretty smashed in the early going, rocking the tier 3 sniper, which I have to admit I've never seen before. Let's drop across to OLG Rye, who is leading the pack. John Cusack, you have a accent, but not often associated with this wonderful land. When you say wonderful land, I'm assuming you mean land full of things that will murder you. At least that's the most common association with Australia. All the scorpions and spiders, and oh my gosh. I'm not sure I kind of want to actually go to Australia given all the things I've heard. But I suppose it does make you tough if you're going to survive. OLG Rye, 3 kills in a row. Makes it look easy. It's going to run into kill number 4. No, we're going to get stolen away by King. Looking to show off on stream before getting tagged themselves. So John Cusack, what is your accent? Is it one I can imitate terribly? If so, I will. Is it an American accent? Is it, I'm trying to work on my accent. Well, that's pretty bad. You see, it's one of them things that I'm kind of, you know, I kind of feel that less is more when it comes to these kind of accents. It's easy to get carried away with the kind of, stuff, because I kind of feel like that's the kind of thing that's put across in movies and things like that. And oh, where's my accent going now? It's kind of switching to an entirely different part of the map. It's going a bit Australian again. But it was interesting to see what kind of accents you can come out with by accident. The question, of course, is how long you can keep that accent going for without having it drift off into somewhere else. Oh, Hero Gaming Simon, whereabouts are you from that you've got another Melbourne? Or maybe I can answer that myself. Let's see. Oh man, I can't type today. Cities named Melbourne. So where could you be from? You could be from Antarctica, Canada, 2 places in Canada in fact, Derbyshire, UK. In fact, several places. Oh, I did not know the Melbourne is in the UK. That makes sense. Support benefit of free-for-all is auto-filler magazine when you kill someone with a reloader core. Interesting. Oh, I see John Cusack. It's a kind of like a light Aussie accent. Melbourne, Florida. Oh, cool. There are a lot of Melbournes around the place. I did have no idea. In answer to the previous point a long time ago, South Korea is the only place on the planet, as far as I could tell from that Wikipedia article, that still use the old age system of counting people by how many years they've been alive, and starting at 1. Every other place has changed over. It used to be a common thing in Asia, apparently, but now it's kind of, everything's been changed, and it's now just done by the Western system for the most part. Alright, we have got our grand finals getting set up, so we'll leave you guys to finish off this free-for-all, and we'll BRB with the grand finals just a few moments. Aha! Thank you, John Cusack. That's at least the first time this evening that I've forgotten to do that. So thank you. Right, so apologies guys. So now I'm back with you all proper like. Let's start over again. So Oktani from Japan taking on K and Glory, the international squad. Doing very good in the opening salvos. K and Glory behind by 7 and has been for a while. Poon, the score leader for Oktani, doing extremely well. We will end our YouTube giveaway at the end of this series. At the moment, Oktani seem to have control, but let us know, guys. Are you supporting a particular side in the chat, or is it all the same to you? Yes, Illumination Gaming. We should be all good from here on out. I'll make sure to check before next time. And let's get things underway proper. So K and Glory haven't really been able to catch up too well. At best have been able to trade those kills across. Let's see. Hamu for K and Glory is their school leader, but also their death leader at the moment, which is a little bit telling. Oktani look to be in a pretty good position to force this through to the 50 kill mark. Decoy and the other members of Oktani doing a really good job of pressing back K and Glory into a corner. As you can see here on the map, Oktani just converging on those last pockets of resistance, not allowing them to build up the numbers to be able to fight back against the heavy roam style of Oktani. And it's working out pretty well so far. Only 2 kills separate. There's one more, and I think that's going to be the end of things. Or is it? K and Glory push for a bunch more kills, but there we go. Oktani make it happen. Game 1 done and dusted. So we'll keep on kicking. As Oktani take that first game, we will be right back with game number 2. So please do stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Welcome back everyone to our grand finals. KN Glory against Tiny Oak Tinies. Oak Tiny one-erising out that first game. But we have to know that the name gives a clue to their victory. Tiny Oaks may fail Oak Tinies. KN Glory have a chance to equalise as we head on to the streets. ¿Cómo están todos? How you guys doing? Bienvenido a todos. Welcome back. Let's get things started. Oak Tiny doing pretty well in the early going. Decoy will get taken out as they start going on their kill frenzy. Yes, yesterday there were some problems with the Android platform, which I think were to do with the update, so we didn't exactly have an update go live during a taunt, but it was the impact of the update was definitely felt. Illumination Gaming, you've got your eyes on KN Glory. Swept that rush in the semis, and you enjoy seeing that happen so quickly. John Cusack, though, is going to take an opposing view and think that Oak Tiny are going to win by 5 points. Certainly in the early going, as Misty so enthusiastic about throwing out grenades that kill themselves, but Poon is doing some real damage. 5-1 so far. The Butcher of the inside of the streets getting right up into KN Glory's face. Maybe not the best idea, especially when those slacks are able and willing to receive. Let's spend a little bit of time with MIT. Of course, we will PITY anyone who goes up against MIT. Who will dare take an opposing... Alright, so if John Cusack thinks Oak Tiny is going to win by 5 kills, Illumination Gaming, if you think KN Glory are going to win, KN Glory are currently behind by 5, make that 6. What would your prediction be if KN Glory are going to win? What's that final scoreline looking? Because right now, it seems like Poon is too much to handle. It's going to be starting to build up those kill streaks, take out Programox, and finds even more targets, able to contend even in close quarters. Finally falls down to Insane. But they've never been more clear in their life. Illumination Gaming, if Oak Tiny wins by exactly 5 points, I'll blow $20 on MC5. That's quite a claim, friend. I don't know if that's entirely necessary to throw money on the line, but I appreciate your level of enthusiasm. I think Oak Tiny are probably going to win by more than 5 if things keep going the way they seem to be going right now. Ahead by 9. 4 minutes left to play. 4 minutes to show the world what they're made of. Illumination Gaming, you're 15, so that's a lot for you. You should probably not spend... Don't spend money on Modern Combat 5, you can't afford to. I would not condone anybody, especially a younger person, spending serious amounts of their income to reinforce a bet. Illumination Gaming, save that money for food. Speaking as a person who has, at various times in their life, been operating on very low money, if you've got $20 to spare, put it in your savings. As dull as that might sound by comparison, I know when I was your kind of age, I would have found that a terrible thing to say. You'll be grateful for it when you run out of it. Booah. Alright, well there we go. Oak Tiny take themselves game number 2, thanks in no small part to Poon. So we'll be going to another break. If Oak Tiny win a 3rd game, that will be the end of the finals. So stay tuned and we'll be back with that game coming up soon. And of course, our good friend
Ben will be here for all your smiles and pleasant dreams. We'll see you soon. Volveremos enseguida. My friends, welcome back. Oak Tiny versus K and Glory.
Grand Finals game number 3. Oak Tiny have dominated so far. Can they do it one more time? Will they seize that €100 prize for coming in first place and find redemption for getting knocked out in the semis of our monthly finals? We shall see. Could we be seeing the rise
Of a new power
in Modern Combat 5? Yes, Illumination Gaming, I did see your tier 3 sniper. It is not the ideal choice. As we see from Misty, using the assault actually seems to work at medium range relatively well. And people tend to use the snipers at medium range a lot of the time anyway. Illumination Gaming, I'm hoping to get a tournament sorted out in the moderately near future where we restrict things down to the original 5 classes and only have one person of each class, thereby to kind of like sharpen up the identities of each of the players a little bit more. So we'll see. But yes, we have done custom games without snipers, and it's not felt super different. Gosh, those melee animations are pretty sweet. So this game 3, that Oak Tiny are gonna be on the precipice of ultimate victory. Oh, excuse me.
ultimate victory.
I don't think Bane necessarily makes a great announcer voice. Ultimate victory. I think it needs some kind of ultimate victory. Yeah, that kind of works. But KN Glory, knowing that this is their last chance to not only shine, but to exist at all in these grand finals, are going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, Oak Tiny's way. The Japanese squad Oak Tiny have really impressed so far, but KN Glory, they got to these finals for a reason. KN Glory beating out Rainbow, Slosh, and No Oppo on their way here. Oak Tiny beating out Brazzers, our #1 seed. Victory of losers and domination, a fellow Japanese side. But already, Oak Tiny have gotten themselves a pretty good lead. John Cusack? I'm not actually sure what you're referring to. Oh, the, right, yes, so that's the tournament which I had in mind was pretty. The concept was Modern Combat 5 Classic, which is the one which is so a little bit. Illumination Gaming, I have been thinking about making a soundboard out of myself to use for different parts of the game. I mean, I can just kind of do it with my voice, so I guess I could just do that. It's like, Grand Finals! What a kill! That guy's got a bullet right in his brain! But I work at Illumination Gaming. Wait, a Luigi impression? How do they... I can't remember what Luigi sounds like compared to Mario. Kirine Alex, I'll have to check into that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because this could well be the last game of the night. This map is tough to predict, not as much distance sniping, which I think this map can favor very well. Not sure if I fully understand you, John Cusack, but you might be being too smart for little old me. Oak Tiny, only 2 kills away. Let's check in with our good friend and pal Poon, who has been rocking around the clock with the BSW, runs right past the hiding spot, and we'll find one more target, one more kill, and Oak Tiny take the finals 3-0. With that all done, we have ourselves a Champeroos. Oak Tiny, congratulations. But they are not the only winners. we've still got to choose ourselves a YouTube winner. I'm just gonna let Soldier Girl know what's going on before we do that. So let's roll them bones. Who we got? Simon Kesey. Simon Kesey, if you are still around in the chat, then you will be our winner. We will give you 2 minutes to respond from now. John Cusack, don't make a soundboard or a job will be replaced by a computer. Well. Illumination Gaming, that's a good expansion of the point that John Cusack was making. The trainer is so covered with crates that sniping can be good, but it also can be hard at the same time. Interesting. Good insight there, guys. Alright, well, we're just going to kill a little bit of time. We're going to give Simon Kesey another minute to respond. I don't know if they are still around. I haven't seen them post for a while, so we may have to do a couple of redraws before we find someone who is still here. But I hope you guys have been enjoying things. So, starting in just over 12 hours, so 12 and a half hours from now, we will be back with the Red March Cup number 3. And on Monday, we will be having community games starting at 3 o'clock UK time on iOS and on Android. So the Super Weekend of Modern Combat 5 is only just half over. Oh boy. Lots of stuff still coming you guys' way. Illumination Gaming. Well, if you have some thoughts about Diamond Dust, send them in to moderncombatcommunity@gmail.com. If your ideas are well thought out, then it's quite possible the devs will pick it up, because yes, I do think Diamond Dust is a little bit underutilized at the moment and could very well have better uses. So if you can come up with some good... It's generally how these things work is, it's not just a case of... Alright, let's reroll. It's not just a case of pointing out when something isn't working, but it's also trying to come up with an alternative, because as much as it maybe should work the other way around, it tends to be much more effective if you can point out a problem and then give a solution straight away. Alright, Tersawant, very quick on the draw. Thank you very much. So that will be it for us this evening. Hope you guys will come back and join us for the Red March Cup and for the community games on Monday. But for now, I've been Peter Counterfeit Hartnell. You can find me on Twitter at CounterfeitCast, Facebook, Peter Counterfeit Hartnell Shoutcaster, and of course you can find Modern Combat on Facebook.com/Modern Combat and Modern Combat on Twitter. So we'll bid you good night. Thanks again to Soldier Girl for all the hard work on the admin side of things, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow.
And it's good night from me as well.
Cheers, guys.